Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to POS, podcast on the street, brought to you by CTW, Change the World. And we are on the street of Lagos, Nigeria, CHANGEtheWORLD, more precisely Aja. And we are here with our first guest on the street today, sharing with us his story in 10 minutes. Bro, good to see you.
Thank you.
How you
Thank
doing?
you. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yeah, this is POS, podcast on the street. Share your story in 10 minutes. So, what do you have for us today on the street of Lagos?
Hello, Nigerians. Hello, Lagosians. My name is The Secret. I know a lot of people wondering what The Secret is all about. It's a lot of secrets. Okay. It's just a very short story of when I newly came to Lagos. It was a very tough situation for me in 2013 when I came to Lagos. Believe me, I was sleeping under the bridge. I'm not kidding, under the bridge.
What year is this?
2013.
2013.
Yes. In 2013, I was under the bridge. Now, I didn't sleep under the bridge for let's say 1 month, 2 months. I was under the bridge for let's say 3 days. Because now, the reason why I was under the bridge is because I came to Lagos to meet a friend of mine. And he called me and said, come to Lagos, let us do stuff together.
Okay.
So, and when I came, I tried his number. It was connecting, but he was not taking my calls. No, I called him throughout that day. He wasn't taking my call. I was at the park where I landed. That was at ipaja.
Okay.
There's this park that is there. It's called Calculus Park. You understand? Because I came all the way from Calabar. So I called him all through that day. He was not taking. So I slept at the park. So you know how Nigerians are. Yeah. If they see someone that just came to Lagos and you're at the park,
take advantage.
Now they'll be like, please, you have to look for a way to leave because they don't know me. They don't know if I'm actually plotting anything against that environment.
Okay.
So I had to leave there. I didn't have anywhere to go to because I don't have a brother, I don't have a sister, a cousin, or an auntie that lives there in Lagos.
Yeah.
You understand me? So I had to leave that place. I was just in the streets looking for a means to survive. So as it got dark, I had nowhere to go to. I didn't know anywhere in Ipaja. So I had to see the bridge. I saw people there. I had to mingle myself because they say if you're in a room, behave like a woman. You understand me?
Yeah.
So I had to, in a way, behave like those Lagosians.
Yeah. So, okay, let's pick up from there.
Okay, so I didn't have anywhere to go to, so I had to see people that are under the bridge. Some guys, at first I was kind of scared, but this situation whereby you have nowhere to go to, you have just zeroed your mind. Well, anything that wants to happen, let it happen at that very moment.
Yes.
At the end of it, you will definitely survive because where I'm coming from, Calabar, precisely, we have this survival spirit. Whereby anywhere you find yourself, you have to look for a way to survive.
Yeah.
So I was there. I met someone. Luckily for me, the guy I met was kind of friendly. He's not even a Yoruba guy. He's an Igbo guy.
Wow.
Kudos to all the Igbo guys out there because they are very friendly at some way because an Igbo man, if he sees his brother outside, he always wants to carry his brother along. So I met him there. He was like, don't worry, come, sleep here. I slept there. The second day I was calling this my friend. He was not taking calls. I was worried. I cried at some point.
Is a friend?
A friend, yes. I cried at some point. I was like, what's happening? Am I going to be here? And sincerely, I didn't have any other money again to survive, or maybe probably to take me back to Calabar. My mom keep calling me. I keep telling her I'm fine. I've gotten to where
because
I don't want her to start getting worried. My sister called me. I was like, I'm fine. I'm with my friend. Even at some point, even when they say they want to greet my friend, I had to give it to that my Igbo friend I met under the bridge.
Wow.
So I told him, please, you have to just pretend like, yeah, this is my friend I came to visit in Lagos. He was like, okay, no problem. So he got the phone, he spoke, mommy, I'm fine, I'm okay. We thank God he arrived safely and the rest. So that was how I stayed there the second day. The third day, I called this my guy. He was not taking calls as well. I was now very, very scared of myself. I don't have money. And now I don't know how to start begging in the streets of Lagos, to start asking people, please, I need you to support me. I need you to support me. Maybe I want to go back to Calabar and this time. I just told myself one thing because I actually came to Lagos to hustle after I graduated in school. I was like, I want to come to Lagos so I can work. Yeah. You understand me? So I made this decision that whatsoever comes, I will definitely take it. So there I had to leave that place And I had to search my phone. I saw another number of a friend of mine. I called him. When I called him, he was like, okay, you can come stay in my place, no problem. So as I got there, it wasn't easy, it was very challenging. To eat was a problem, giving me attitude, making me feel very uncomfortable. But you asked me to come to your place. At some point, I was now very, very tired.
This was another person.
Another person, you know. So I had to start going out, working in club. The first place I actually worked was a club called Piccadilly's at Igbefon. So I had to leave. I had to leave where I was at Ipaja to come down to the island. I had to leave the mainland to come to the island because that my friend actually stays on the island.
Okay.
You understand me? So I don't want to call his name. Yeah. So he stays on the island. So I had to stay at his place. But you know, when you're not working and someone is feeding you for like 2 weeks, no matter how the person is friendly with you, at some point the person will start giving you some kind of attitude.
Yeah, sure.
So I got tired of just being there, not supporting, not adding up to him or maybe food aspect and the rest. So I had to leave the house. I told him, okay, I have to go and look for a job. I had to go to a club to start hyping because I started with a hype man here in Lagos.
Wow.
That was how my journey started, you know.
He graduated, I came to Lagos to look for work. He ended up, starting with hyping
first. So it wasn't easy. I got to the place. I was pushed out of the club at first. They told me because of the way I was looking, I was very slim. I was looking very unkempt. My hair was bushy because I didn't have money to barb my hair. You know, I was looking like someone that has been abandoned. Yes, because I was slim, and you could see my jawbone popping out, like showing that okay, this person is actually in stress. You get? But my parents didn't know that okay, this was what I was going through. Now, my background is an okay background. We're not too wealthy. You understand me? But we are okay. Yeah. To a point that you can foot bills for so many things you want to foot bill. But I didn't want to depend on family.
Yes.
I actually had to do this on my own. So even when they come and say, I'm very okay, I'm this, I'm that. My mom will keep praying for me. Don't worry. God bless you and your new job. She never knew I don't have a job.
Wow.
She never knew I never had a job. So I stayed there at that club. I started hyping there. So I never started hyping there.
Okay.
So they chased me out. They said they have my hype man already. I was frustrated. So I had to look for a teaching job. Now the first teaching job I got, it was a school called Editor School. It's around Awoya axis. Okay. Now imagine you coming all the way from Igbefon now to come and teach at Editor School at Awoya. Now I didn't have money to become. I had to be getting money from my friend. So it got tired, and they pay me salary. The salary would just go back to the debt I'm owing and everything. There was a day I went to the beach, Alpha Beach. I stayed there. I cried my eyes out. I said, God, I don't want to do teaching job anymore. Please give me a job that I can at least be making money, even if it's daily or maybe weekly or anyhow. I could just be raising good fund. I had to go back after I made that prayer at the beach. I had to go back to that club again. That's Piccadilly club. Yeah. And when I got the manager was like, hey, I remember you. You were the guy that came to time and talked about how to hype. Okay, today is our ladies' night. It was on a Wednesday. Please come. I want you to come and hype for us. Our hype man is not around. So he gave me the mic. My brother, when I started hyping, everywhere, like people started spraying money. Like I made like 100 plus thousand.
That night?
Not him paying me. But people that sprayed me money, you understand me? People that sprayed me money, I made 100.
You hype before then? Do you hype in school?
No, I have never been a hype man. Because I'm this kind of person that if I'm in a gathering, I like anchoring a gathering. Okay. So it's not as if I took it like a profession that this is what I actually wanted to do. Okay. You understand me? So. People were spraying me money. People were just like my vibe. They liked the way I was doing it and how I was coordinating everybody. And the man was really, really impressed. So after I got the money, I cried. I felt very down. I fell down due to the fact that this is not what I planned to do coming to Lagos. I needed something better. But I now realized that is even something better.
What was your 3 days experience sleeping under the bridge? I don't believe you've ever had this kind of experience, but you must have been hearing it. But what's your own personal experience? You seeing yourself sleeping under the bridge.
It was my experience was the fact that I didn't have food to eat. Yes, I was like eating from what that my friend eats from, and it's not something healthy. but I had to eat it the way it is. And sleeping under the bridge, whereby you don't have wrapper to cover yourself, like cold. You know, I had some complication because I had cold actually affecting my ribs. Just 3 days I slept under the bridge, so it was a very difficult thing for me. You understand me? And not having anywhere to bath, I was looking like one a retired human being that just left the rehabilitation center. You know, that was how I was looking, because nobody to give you soap or water to bathe. You understand? You're looking like an abandoned child that nobody cares for. So that was how I looked, and that was actually my experience. Those 3 days I actually slept under the bridge. Wherever you find yourself and whatever situation you also find yourself, you should always believe that tomorrow is a different day. And tomorrow can come with something unexpected in your life. Because today I could boast to the world and say I'm living a very good life. And I'm not depending. I'm not dependent on anybody. And I could survive at every given time, wherever and whenever. So if you find yourself in situations like that, never give up. Don't lose hope and say it is all over, because the very moment you say it is over, then it's over. And you have to remember that it is never over until God decides and say it is over. And when God decides and say it is over, it's when you actually die. That is when it's actually over.